Researcher Jules Davidoff conducted an experiment with the Himba tribe in Africa. And like ancient cultures, the Himba have no word for blue. To the Himba, blue is just a shade of green. So Himba participants were shown 12 squares on a screen. 11 of the squares were green, one was blue. Can you pick out the blue square? Now, of course you can. You found it immediately. But the Himba had trouble with this color. They had a lower reaction time than you or I would. But quick side note, you'll see lots of reports about this study that say the Himba couldn't see the blue square at all. That's not true. The BBC and Business Insider made that part up. It's a complete fabrication.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought the media follows the science.
Well,
So the media only follows science if it fits their story?
it would seem so.
Well, you can knock me over with a feather.
Anyway, what about this diagram? All 12 of these squares are green, but one of them is a slightly different shade. Can you pick out which one? Now go ahead and pause it if you need more time.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, are they talking about the background or no? They're not talking about the background, right? They're not being silly. It's top right. Are you referring to me? And my green screen, or is it actually this one? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which one is it? Most of you are saying 2. Could be. It's slightly lighter, but I'll be honest, it could be.
Could you find it? This square is slightly lighter than the others, and most of us can't see any difference.
Okay.
If we study the colors and try to really focus, we might get it, but it's not easy. But the Himba, they saw this different green as easily as we found the blue square. The Himba don't just have one word for green, they have unique words and whole categories of words for many shades of green. Because of this, the Himba people are already primed to recognize them. Now, since they don't have a word for blue, they know it's different, but they can't really explain why. Here's another test. What color is this?
Pink?
Right. This is easy because we have a name for this color, but the word pink doesn't appear in English until about the 13th century. Before then, pink was red. A lighter shade of red, sure, but still just red. And if you tell someone an object is light red without being more specific, that color will be different for everybody. And scientists have learned that until a word is created to describe a color, people have a difficult time defining it. We now have mint green, forest green, Kelly green, and I'm sure art students and Crayola junkies can name a bunch more. But before these words existed, these colors were difficult to describe. Isaac Newton famously discovered the color spectrum, which is what colors?
Roy G. Biv.
Right. But where does red end and orange start? What color is indigo? Is it dark blue or is it closer to violet? Isaac Newton himself had trouble separating the bands. He initially thought there were 11 unique colors, but then he thought maybe just 5. But a week has 7 days and there are 7 tonal notes in a musical octave, and Pythagoras thought 7 was a magical number, so Newton said, F it, let's call it 7 colors. In modern science, we measure colors in nanometers, so we could say with precision that pure yellow is 580 nanometers. But Newton didn't use wavelengths, he just eyeballed it.
That's not very scientific.
It's not.
Newton.
Close enough, yeah.
Nut job we are dealing with, but again.